Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered in this module. We spoke about what JavaScript is, defined JavaScript, and gave examples of what JavaScript is not. For example, it's not Java. We went through a very simple example, and if you remember, this was the example where we had a purple label that if a user clicked on, a prompt came up for the user to enter their name, and once they enter their name, the text on the purple label will change. And then we spoke about JavaScript on the browser and how JavaScript is executed within the browser. Then we talked about the running order of JavaScript code. We were very intentional about saying JavaScript is run from top to bottom, and as a programmer, we need to be very careful in what order we put our code, because if we put our code in the wrong order, and we did test that, we get unexpected results. We also covered a bit about adding JavaScript to your web page. So we looked at adding JavaScript internally. We also added JavaScript externally. That is essentially referencing an external JavaScript file from our HTML page. And then we also covered inline JavaScript. But just to say it again, that we really shouldn't be using inline JavaScript as much as we can. And finally, we talked about using comments in our code. We did add some comments in our code. We did see that it didn't make any difference to the execution of the code. It really only is for the reader or for the programmer to understand a bit more what's going on in the JavaScript code. So we covered a lot in this module, but this is not the end of the course yet. In the next module, we would really start getting into the fundamentals of JavaScript. And we will talk about values, we will talk about types, we will talk about operators. And really from the next module, you will start to get your hands dirty and start to understand, some of the key fundamentals and start to understand the building blocks of JavaScript. So, bye for now and see you in the next module.